Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, 5th April 2017. I'm Fredicia Liebert.
The Ivor Walters 159, Ivor Walters Primary School in third position, and the JLPS with just 2 points ahead. And the 191, the St. Thomas's Primary School, repeating their championship from last year with 191.
The 2017 Gulf Insurance Inter-Primary Championship saw athletes of 8 primary schools on the island competing in the 400 meters, 60 meters, 1200 meters, 200 meters, 4x100 meters, 800 meters, 100 meters, and the final event of the day, the 4x400 meters. There was fierce competition between the athletes of the A division, which included the St. Thomas's, Joycelyn Liebert, Ivor Walters, and Charlestown primary schools, and the B division, which included the Elizabeth Pemberton, Maud Cross Preparatory, Violet O. Jeffers, and the St. James primary schools. Patron of the championship was past athlete Maritza Williams, who presented the medals to the winners of each race. The day was filled with excitement as each school's mascot and supporters came out in their numbers to support their respective schools. Here are some excerpts of the day's event.
Joycelyn Liebert, Viogen on the inside. Joycelyn Liebert again, Viogen, St. Thomas's.
Down the stretch they come. St. Thomas's look good. Oh, Elizabeth Pemberton looks good on the inside as well. But St. Thomas's is going to take the goal.
It is going to be a ding-dong here for the finish, but it seems as though the Charlestown would hold on. But Ivor Walters fighting for the finish here. It's going to be a good one. Ivor Walters just on the line. What a run.
Ivor Walters coming down the stretch, and the outside is Marcus Prep. And it looked like it's Joycelyn Liebert rushing through here as well. Ivor Walters takes gold. Matt Cross takes the silver. Charlestown, Ivor Walters. And so is Viogen, Joycelyn Liebert as well as they come down the track. Charlestown look good. Joycelyn Liebert on the outside. St. Thomas is coming through. Can he make it? What a rush from the set. Joycelyn Liebert Primary takes the goal.
It seems as though that Charlestown Primary is making the move. St. Thomas is in the middle of the pack also running and running nicely. But it seems as though Charlestown, Che Hamilton would just come to. It could very well be St. Thomas's Primary. See who have the lead with the first 40 meters or so that goes past, maybe with 80 meters to go. It's Joycelyn Liebert with good form, look very composed too.
The event was broadcast live by the Department of Information on www.nevistvonline.com. The third edition of the Nevis Blues Festival promises to be the best edition of the festival to date. Richard Pavitt, the founder and producer of the festival, took some time this week to give us a rundown of the artists performing on stage during the 2-night event.
Okay, Friday night we're going to open as we traditionally do with the rehabilitation band from the prison. That's become something of a tradition of the festival to help these guys, find something to occupy their time creatively.
Other artists for Friday night include Diana Bogart of California, who plays piano and saxophone. She is also a singer and songwriter.
She's a lovely talent. From there we go into some local segments. We have the Sugar Hill String Band and the Masqueraders doing some small sort of intermediate intermission type performances. And then we go into the AJ Gent Band. AJ Gent, I should say. They're from Atlanta, in Georgia. Really great kind of fusion of a pop soul sensibility with blues. He's very unusual. He plays what would otherwise be a lap steel guitar, but he plays it upright like an ordinary guitar. And he has his sister and his wife are in the band as backing singers, and they prefer percussion and bass and all sorts of stuff. It's different, it's interesting, it's a very interesting combination.
Returning for a third straight year are Ian Siegel and his band, as well as Denise Gordon. Friday night will close with a late party hosted by Garlic and Friends.
On the Saturday, we are starting with a local community steel band, and then going into a fantastic pianist from the UK, a man called Ben Waters, who has an incredible pedigree. He's played with everybody from the Rolling Stones to Chuck Berry, a truly fantastic piano player. We then have Deanna Bogart appearing again, but with the full band, not just by herself playing piano. And she'll have her saxophone out, giving it some punishment. She's a remarkably good saxophone player and keyboard player. And then we have the Simon McBride Band, the phenomenal guitarist from Ireland, who came for the first time last year and made such an impact. People saying, "Oh, we've got to see him again," that I was, very happy to bring him back with his band. Then we go into a sort of extended finale, which will be Denise Gordon leading it with the band, and then with everybody who's appeared at the festival coming on and doing a segment with Denise. So that'll be it's kind of what a tradition we've built now, where we always have all the artists come on at the end of the festival, mix it up and do duets and trios. It's very spontaneous, and it usually has tremendous energy. And then that'll go out, take us to about 2:30 a.m. on the Saturday.
The Nevis Blues Festival is endorsed by Nevis Naturally, the marketing brand of Nevis. The festival was conceptualized to attract a different type of crowd to the island as a bit to extend the tourist season on the island. In a press statement last week, Heidi Lynn Sutton, the financial services regulator in the Nevis Island Administration (NIA), refuted as unfounded and misleading claims made by the U.S. State Department that financial oversight in Nevis remains problematic due to the Federation allowing the creation of anonymous accounts, strong bank secrecy laws, and overall lack of transparency of beneficial ownership of legal entities. The recently published State Department's 2017 International Narcotics Control Strategy Report, INCSR, further stated that the ambiguous regulatory framework regarding customer due diligence makes Nevis a desirable location for criminals to conceal proceeds. According to Sutton, the INCSR delivers an attack on Nevis with allegations that are unfounded and misleading, pointing out that measures have been in place since 2009 to mitigate money laundering and terrorist financing risk threats to the financial services industry in Nevis. Therefore, we are of the view that there are adequate measures in place to monitor compliance with AML/CFT legislation, the statement said, noting in particular the claim that there are strong bank secrecy laws in place is baseless, and the claim that St. Kitts and Nevis allows the creation of anonymous accounts is erroneous. The INCSR was sharply critical of Eastern Caribbean islands in general for failing to curb drug trafficking and money laundering. Still to come, 2017 edition of the Agriculture Open Day was a success, says Permanent Secretary Evelyn. The details are after this break.
This April 7th and 8th, get yourself to Owali Beach for the 2017 Nevis Blues Festival. As the sun goes down, party to music by Ian Siegel, Deanna Bogart, AJ Gent, and many more. Regular boat services will connect St. Kitts from Frigate Bay and Reggae Beach direct to the festival. Find out more at nevisblues.com.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. The OECS Commission extends sincere condolences to the government and people of Nevis on the passing of Mr. Carl Williams, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Information. OECS Tourism Specialist Dr. Lorraine Nicholas worked very closely with Mr. Williams and was deeply saddened by the news. Dr. Nicholas said St. Kitts and Nevis, and by extension the OECS region, has lost an exceptional professional who has contributed outstandingly to the tourism and hospitality sector. Carl's affable personality and diligence will certainly be missed. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture Eric Evelyn lauded the effort put forth by the Department of Agriculture in the recently held Agriculture Open Day in the Villa Grounds in Charlestown. Evelyn singled out the booths that were managed by the Department of Agriculture.
That the departmental booths once again were very outstanding. Congratulations to the Extension Division for winning again the departmental booth competition. That competition was sponsored by Mr. Walker James, and so the Extension Division will be getting a cash prize of $500. But I must say all of the divisions within the departments did a great job. I must say a special commendation to the Department of Fisheries, because their booth, they were absent last year, but they came back in a very, very strong way, and they had an outstanding booth as well. So all in all, I think all of the booth owners did a marvelous job, outstanding job, and based on the feedback from all of the booth owners, they all made money.
Evelyn then expressed his gratitude to all those who played a part in making the 23rd edition of the Agriculture Open Day a success.
The entertainment, that again went extremely well. We want to say a special thank you to the guest band from St. Eustatius. The guest band was very well received, and we want to say congratulations and thanks to all who provided entertainment. In terms of feedback, we've had exceptional feedback from members of the general public, from persons who attended, the patrons of the Open Day. I would say the general consensus is that this year's Open Day was indeed and in fact the biggest and the best.
Agriculture Open Day took place on Thursday 30th and Friday 31st March at the Villa Grounds in Charlestown and was held under the theme Embracing Climate Smart Agriculture to Achieve Food Security. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredisa Liebert. Thank you for viewing.